Sagittarius, welcome to October 2020. Hello. This is a 5-card tarot card overall energy reading for you, Sagittarius, for the time period specific to October 1 through October 15th of 2020. Keep in mind it is a general reading, and it's meant for the larger collective of Sagittarians. It's intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with every Sagittarius, so please know that it's totally okay if it does not. Take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I already shuffled the cards and requested the universe's guidance, and the cards selected were ejected on their own during the shuffle. The 5 cards that exited during the shuffle for this overall energy reading are lined up here. In this first place card here, this represents your past influences that were significant for energy over the last few months. In some cases, the energy may have resolved itself, and in other cases, that energy may still be lingering into your present situation. The second card here represents the current overall energy for your present during this time frame. The third card here represents the overall energy during this time frame for future energy issues, and the fourth card here represents the overall energy for challenges that you may encounter. And keep in mind, these do not imply challenges would be negative. They're just provided for things to be aware of. And in the fourth card here, the fifth card, so I'm sorry, this represents the overall energy for the outcome energies during this time frame. So we'll get started. First card. This is a major This is a major arcana card. Thank you. And we have Temperance. Sorry for the glare. Give me a second to sort of connect with the card energy here. Okay. Sagittarians, as you know, Temperance is a card. It's about bringing balance, and it's about patience. It's about moderation. I'm picking up that the majority of Sagittarians in the past few months were trying to sort of stabilize your energy and allow sort of the life force to flow through you without force of resistance. Many were trying to recover from a variety of situations and get your life back in some sort of order and balance. I'm picking up for this many Sagittarians that the reason why this card is showing up in your past influences during this time frame, because you were encouraged to remain calm, and even though you felt that you were dealing with sort of life's stressful and traumatic sort of challenges, and you may have felt frantic, which may have been related to the COVID-19 experiences, but for many Sagittarians, you were able to remain at an even temperament and manage your emotions, which is what this card was showing here. Many Sagittarians sort of learned to keep a composed self. You were composed in stressful situations. You didn't let the little things sort of get to you, and you exhibited an abundance amount of patience, and you respected and balanced that sort of tranquility that you had, and you were able to to get through those challenges. And for some, you may have not resolved all your challenges, but you were able to get through them. Sagittarians, Temperance here is about taking the middle path and about accommodating all perspectives. And you were encouraged in your past influences to sort of avoid highly opinionated and controversial situations or topics. You were encouraged to be the peacekeeper and sort of take a balanced and moderate approach, and chose to sort of avoid extremes. Many Sagittarians, you were able to work with others and perhaps even diverse groups of people to create sort of a harmony and cooperation. And you found by working together, Sagittarians, you were able to sort of collectively leverage that right mix of talents and experiences and skills. I'm picking up there was an alchemy with temperance here for many Sagittarians. This card here as a major arcana card is about blending and mixing and combining diverse elements in a way that creates something new and typically even more valuable than its separate parts. The blending here can take many forms. It can be Sagittarians dealing with a blended family. It could be an artist who sort of blends his materials with other techniques, like with music. It could be a bartender who mixes a new sort of exciting cocktails other than the ordinary, or a chef who combines different cuisines and cooking styles. It could be just you were modifying how you did your day, how you went to work or didn't go to work. If you were a person who went to the office and now you found yourself working from home, you were able to sort of accommodate that. The temperance card here shows Sagittarians that you were able to sort of keep a clear and long vision of what you wanted to achieve during that time period, and you weren't rushing things. You were taking your time to ensure that you were doing the best job that you could with the information that you had, and you were able to demonstrate moderate and a guided approach to those goals. Sagittarians, this card also represents sort of higher learning, and some of you may have took the time took time to sort of learn new things about what you were doing, and if you were listening to your inner voice, it guided you to that right outcome, and you were very patient in listening and following, and it served you very well. Yeah. In your present, you have the Devil here, and this is again a major arcana card. So give me a moment here. Angels and spirit guides, why is the Devil showing up in Sagittarian's present energy? Well, Sagittarians, we know the Devil card represents a shadow, or your shadow, perhaps a darker side of Sagittarians, and it sort of relates to sort of negative forces that some Sagittarians are maybe feeling are constraining you and sort of holding you back from being the best version of yourself right now. Some Sagittarians are perhaps feeling are dealing with negative habits and dependencies or behaviors and thought patterns, or relationships, and even some addictions. I'm picking up that some Sagittarians have found themselves sort of trapped between sort of short-term pleasures that you were receiving and a long-term pain that you're experiencing. Just like with the Lover's card in the major arcana, that speaks to sort of duality and choice. So does the Devil's card. However, Sagittarians, the Devil card is you're choosing the path of instant gratification in this case, and even at the expense of your long-term well-being. So in effect, what the card is saying, if you sold your soul to the devil, so to speak. Rest assured, Sagittarians, that this is pertaining to you. The Devil card also appears when you've been tricked into thinking that you have no control over your shadow side or those negative forces. In other words, if you're thinking that you're just stuck, you're really not. You can break free from their hold. If you want to break free from that hold, Sagittarians, you need to believe that you can do it, and you must have the gumption and the energy and the willpower to get through it. So deep down, Sagittarians, what you're doing is to your detriment, and you're only doing it to yourself, and perhaps others are feeling the effects of it. But it's a disservice that you're caving into sort of these darker sides or these lower needs or instant desires that aren't serving you. And Sagittarians, this card here is encouraging you that you have the energy and the willpower and the free will to break free of these sort of negative patterns. You just need to acknowledge that they have a hold on you and the impact that they're having on your life. For example, and I'm not saying anyone is, but an example is the first step of Alcoholics Anonymous is admission. So, here you have to sort of admit that you've been powerless, to whatever those negative impacts situations are, and it's become unmanageable or at a detriment to you. Sagittarians, this card is showing up in the present here for many Sagittarians. I'm picking up. It's the major energy. It's an opportunity to bring any sort of negative influences to your conscious awareness, so that Sagittarians, you can take action to free yourself from their hold. And this could be any sort of negative influence. It doesn't have to be a major life-changing event. This is about shining your light on the negative patterns that you feel are negative for you, or you feel are standing in your way. And some of them may just be repressed feelings that you've had and that are coming up. But if you pay attention to them and shine the light on them, they will loosen their grip on you, Sagittarians. Again, the devil is a major arcana card, so it's unlikely that you will be free of any sort of addictions and dependencies overnight, for those that this is impacting. But if you recognize that it's a recurring pattern in your life for those Sagittarians, it will take really a tremendous amount of willpower and strength to sort of free yourselves from their influence. But this card here, the devil card, is showing up here right now in your present, Sagittarians, because it is possible, but it is up to you to make it happen. On the positive side, I'm also picking up the devil card can also show a powerful attachment between two people, such as a mom and her newborn, a new romance that's in its honeymoon phase. When this sort of happens, in those cases, this card is showing up to remind you, Sagittarians, just be careful, because it's a devil card. It's just to be mindful that you don't get into unhealthy attachments, or turn healthy attachments into unhealthy ones, or sort of codependent relationships. If you lose your connection to your inner guidance, and you don't sort of overstep your own personal boundaries. The devil card here also represents sexuality on your wild side, Sagittarians. In some case, some of you may be exploring bondages, fetishes, and your deepest, darkest sort of fantasies. Keep in mind that all those things are safe, and as long as they're safe and consensual, and they're done in a safe space, and what your boundaries are, and what your safe words are, they can be an enriching experience. But in any case, it's just asking you to be mindful that you set clear boundaries in those situations, that you choose partners wisely, and again, you have those safe words ready to go, because you want to keep what can be a safe and curious sexuality pleasurable, and not get carried away. So again, it's to the extremes for Sagittarians in your present energy. Just sort of you are in control of this. It doesn't control you. In your third card, you have the Three of Wands. This represents your future sort of energies during this time frame. So, angels and spirit guides, what is the Three of Wands doing here? What's the message for Sagittarians during this time frame? What's the message for Sagittarians during this time frame for the overall energy? Okay. Sagittarians, in your future energies during this time frame, I'm picking up the Three of Wands is telling some Sagittarians that your plans, that many of you may have plans that you've made and they're currently underway, and you're considering perhaps more opportunities to expand some sort of current strategy and to maximize your ultimate potential. For some Sagittarians, things are progressing steadily, whatever they may be, and that is really because you prepared in a solid and manner, and you had a strong drive. The Three of Wands here signals a sort of chances, or what's the message here? Picking up, I guess the Spirit is sort of saying that there are chances available to you, Sagittarians, that are encouraging you to broaden your horizons through whether it's study, travel, or business. It's about learning. And Sagittarians, that you have an opportunity to become more aware of those opportunities. If you sort of take the initiative right now, it's about taking advantage of this potential and staying committed to a path and sort of stretch you beyond your comfort zone in an appropriate way, and knowing that what your future lies ahead is for your best good. This is encouraging you, Sagittarians, to think big. It's encouraging you to sort of look for open doors about that have to do with more development and sort of self-exploration is what I'm picking up. The spirit guides here are encouraging you to dream bigger than your limitations is the message, and to accept sort of a vision and be confident that you can achieve it. So the Three of Wands here, Sagittarians, brings to your attention things that have to do with changes and challenges that may lie ahead. It's about as long as you're mindful of sort of these upcoming developments and sort of prepare for obstacles, that you will do fine, and it won't be a setback for you. The Three of Wands here also can pertain to some sort of travel or something over a body of water for some, and it encourages you to be adventurous and to take and to go to unknown places to discover sort of about learning about yourself. That's really the emphasis here. It's about self-learning is what I'm picking up here, and just sort of allow yourself to explore. Okay. In our fourth card, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, we know the aces in all the tarot decks are about new beginnings in general. So, angels and spirit guides, why is the Ace of Pentacles in the challenges for Sagittarian during this time frame? Well, as I said, the Ace of Pentacles, as with all aces in the tarot cards, we know it represents new beginnings. It's about new opportunities. It's about potential, and sort of goes in effect with your future card there. It can deal with the material world, finances, wealth, career, of your physical health. It ties to laws of attraction, Sagittarians, that if you think positive, positive things will come towards you, and about sort of manifesting what it is that you're wanting. So for some, you may receive a new job offer. Some can receive sort of an unexpected sum of money. There could be an investment opportunity. Those are all the things that are represented by the Pentacles. Whatever, the Ace of Pentacles here is about attaining sort of a sense of prosperity and an abundance specific to the material and financial areas of your life, Sagittarians. And it usually comes without an invitation. So, however, keep in mind, Sagittarians, it's not free. It's not a it's not a card that just dumps into your lap. It's saying that the opportunity is available to you, and there's the possibility of it. However, it doesn't going to happen on its own. That is entirely up to you, Sagittarians. You're encouraged to sort of see the Ace of Pentacles here in your outcomes during this period as your green light, and see it as sort of marking initial stages of manifesting some sort of goal that whatever you're manifesting, Sagittarians, but it's going to assure you that you can achieve it, whatever it is that you want, as long as you have the mind and the energy to see it through. That saying, the world is your oyster, is a good saying here. However, but be careful what you ask for, and make sure that you're planning and that your determined effort is on the right track, and it's for your higher good. If you have ideas that you've been trying to get forward, these things can be very tangible and real for you. The Ace of Pentacles here, Sagittarians, is to reach those outcomes is encouraging you to sort of to map out, if you haven't already done so, a strategy so that you can identify what your ambitions are and create targeted plans and sort of understand those milestones as you go through them. It's about keeping your eyes open for an opportunity to manifest, sort of things that are of interest to you, that particularly will allow you to reach your inner potential. And the Ace of Pentacles again is about represents wealth, and it's not just about your bank account wealth. It's about also a holistic sense of well-being. It's about, again, discovering opportunities that you can generate to perhaps gain new sources of income, or it's about the opportunity to create wealth in a broader sense, which is more about internal happiness, fulfillment, your self potential, and about love. The ace signifies an abundance in all areas of your life, Sagittarians, and it's encouraging you to enjoy it. So it's important to feel blessed and that you're deserving of everything that comes your way. And this is basically saying that if you wish to amplify those feelings of prosperity, live by the law of attraction, and remember, positivity attracts positivity, and the universe is going to listen to you, and you will receive a lot more in return. So think positive, be careful what you ask for, make sure that whatever you're asking for that you truly want, and that that and you can envision yourself filling with joy and happiness, and not only the process of attaining that, but you feel joy and happiness and well-being as if you already have it. Those are the key ties to getting that your vibrational energies, external energy with your inner source energy aligned, and that's critical for the universe to hear you and to bring you the right things that you want. So anyway, awesome on your challenges is choosing the right road there. And finally, Sagittarians, we have, and our outcomes here, again, our Seven of Cups, and again, this is talking about, is going to be tied to your challenges here with the aces here, those new beginnings. The Seven of Cups here, angels and spirit guides, help me, what's the message here for the Sagittarians with the Seven of Cups being in their outcomes? Okay, the Seven of Cups is about, again, ties into new opportunities, which is following your Ace of Pentacles here. So these new opportunities and choices are present. This card, however, is asking you, wants Sagittarians to be mindful that, be aware of illusion. When the Seven of Cups appears here in your outcomes in this time period, it can be about options and opportunities which you're able to choose from. Again, what was your challenge? Which one did you choose here in your challenges? But it's also warning you that in your challenges here, what those new beginnings are, is be mindful and be careful, because you can be prone to illusion and sort of unrealistic ideals. So in whatever business dealings you're doing, is do your homework, because perhaps if we're looking for opportunities for more money, more fame, or more power, all that can sound more appealing, but when you look sort of deeper into what it is that's in that offer, or what you're asking for, you may realize that it's not everything that it's cracked up to be. So this is a card about forewarning you to sort of monitor your ego and to pull to make sure that pulls you in the right direction. It's important, Sagittarians, that you do sort of a self-check with your higher self first, and evaluate your options, and dig below the surface to discover what's involved with each sort of choice. And these are your choices here. What's that new idea or new direction that you want to go to? Make sure it is for the higher good, or the universe may bring you something that you didn't want. Seven of Cups here is a sign about wishful thinking, and it's about projecting into the future, about what you want to create, and so it's very much tied into your solutions here. It's I guess what the spirit guides are wanting me to say repeatedly here is, Sagittarians, it's about, you have to put the work in, and it's not going to come easy, and it won't fall in your lap. It's with careful planning, as was said here earlier. It's about strategizing and planning, and making sure that what it is you're asking for, that you have a clear understanding about what you're asking for. And again, how is it going to make you happy, and how is it going to bring you joy? Because if you're not ready, if you're manifesting something and it's the wrong thing, or you're not ready for what you're manifesting, you're going to actually you're going to get more obstacles, and that's typically when the universe is telling you that you're not ready for what you're asking for, or you need to revise it. So some of your ideas may not necessarily be grounded in reality, and those plans can sound great and wonderful in your imagination, but when it comes to implementing whatever those plans are, they may not work in the real world. And the seven of cups, the spirit guides are saying shiny object syndrome. The spirit guides are wanting me to forewarn you about this shiny object syndrome, and what they mean by that is it's about finding the next big thing, but you fail to sort of see the new opportunities through the end. So if you're constantly sort of in an idea phase and you miss the opportunities to bring your designs forward, again, this is about now is the time to focus on one thing at a time, and so that it can bring you closer to a goal. And it's encouraging you, Sagittarians, to resist the temptation to get sidetracked with other shiny objects or other things as they arise. If you need, it's important to write down all those ideas as they come up, but stay focused on the one goal that you're working on so that you don't get distracted or disappointed. Sagittarians, this card here is inviting you to sort of move out of idea phase and into choose phase. It's about evaluating the pros and cons and understanding what the risks are, but it's up to you to make those options that you select to make sure that they're in alignment with your purpose and your highest good. Even if you feel somewhat paralyzed by those options available to you, make a choice. They can all be good options as long as you do careful planning and what is it that you're wanting the most of, and you will have it with careful planning and keeping a level head about your options. And again, making sure that you're going to be happy, and whatever it is that you're manifesting, it will also bring you joy and happiness and meaning to your life. So there we have it, Sagittarians. Thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you would please support this channel, I would gratefully appreciate that as well. The YouTube algorithms depend on your support by clicking on the big three, and that is please click on the like the video, click on the subscribe to my channel button, and click on the notification buttons. All three of those are critical algorithms to support me. And of course, Sagittarians, feel free to leave a comment if you feel any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if none of it or only a part of it was and the rest of it didn't resonate with you, please keep in mind that it's totally okay. All readings don't resonate with all Sagittarians. It's nearly impossible. So again, just take what fits and let everything else go. So I thank you again, and we wish you well. And we'll see you in the last 2 weeks of October 2020. Thank you again. Take care.